let's start with today's beautiful recipe. Now first I've taken this Eeril, which is also called Chawli or long beans. Now I've taken some water. To that I'm adding a little bit of salt. And what I'm going to do is now take off the tips of this Eeril. Sometimes they do have a string, sometimes they don't. So just take off the tips like this of all of the Eerils first. Like I said, some of them do have a string, sometimes they just come off like that. Now once that is done, I'm going to break these with my fingers. You can either do it this way or I'll show you the other way also. Just break them up into small little pieces like this, like you would do with Gawar Bhaji. You can take 2 at a time also, they are very easy to work with. So you can either do it this way or I'll show you how to do it with a knife also. So you can just take a bunch of them in your hand, just even them up so that they all come together at the tip, and then just take a knife and cut them. So whatever way you find easier for you, you can do it that way. This is also a very healthy vegetable which you can eat, and I'm going to show you how to prepare it in a very easy way. So once we've cut all of this, we're going to soak again, put it in this water, salt water, for about 10 to 15 minutes. And then I'm just going to rinse it out, using a colander and washing it really, really well and letting all the water drain away, like you'll see in the video. So just collect all of them like this, soak them. And then I'm going to just drain them like this and then wash them under my running water really, really well. You have to ensure that you wash your vegetables really well. And now we can start preparing our lovely vegetable. So here I'm just going to heat my pan. Once my pan is nice and hot, I'm going to add about a tablespoon of oil. Now you can use coconut oil also. It gives a beautiful flavor to the dish, but I'm just using regular cooking oil. Now once my oil is hot, I'm going to add about half a teaspoon of mustard seeds. Once the mustard seeds begin to pop, what I've done is I've just coarsely crushed 2 cloves of garlic in my mortar and pestle. So you can add that. I'm going to put a sprig of curry leaves. Let's say about 7 to 8 curry leaves. Then I'm going to add half a teaspoon of cumin seeds or jeera. Next, I'm going to add half a teaspoon of asafoetida or hing. Now I'm going to add 2 green chilies that I've just slit. I'm going to saute everything really nicely so the chilies get nice and fried. And I'm going to add 1 medium-sized onion chopped fine. Now we're going to bagar the onion really well till it turns nice and translucent. So this vegetable goes really well as a side, dish to any food like sorak, rice. Now I'm going to add the nicely washed up Eeril. And we're going to mix everything really well together. So this goes well with sorak, rice, some fried fish. It even goes well with the meat dishes also. And it helps us to get our veggies in, which is really good for health. And once I've sauteed everything, I'm just going to cover and cook this for 7 minutes on a low flame, stirring in between. And you will see that it gets cooked really fast. Now I'm going to add 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric powder or haldi. Mix everything really nicely well. Now I'm going to add some salt to taste and a pinch of sugar as well. Just a pinch of sugar. And again mix everything well together. Now our vegetable is a little bit done. It's not completely cooked. So to help the process, we're just going to add about 4 tablespoons of water, or less than 1/4 cup of water. Just a little water to help the vegetable cook really well. Mix everything well together. And again we're going to cover and cook this for another 2 to 3 minutes till our vegetable is nice and cooked and the water evaporates. So you can see now that it's all ready. The vegetable is nice and cooked. You can even, test whether it's cooked by just taking a piece and tasting it. And I'm just going to I put the flame off, and I'm just going to add some freshly grated coconut. This coconut also makes the dish so very tasty. And that's it, friends. Our lovely Eeril Foogath is all ready to enjoy. So I hope you liked today's recipe. I'll catch you in the next one soon. Bye. So let's see today's lovely mushroom potato chops. Now first I'm going to make the filling. So here I'm just going to heat a pan on a low to medium flame. Add about half a tablespoon of oil. Now you can use olive oil or you can use regular cooking oil. Let the oil heat up well. Then I'm going to add 4 cloves of garlic that I've chopped fine. We're going to fry the garlic really well till the rawness of the garlic goes away. And the garlic also flavors the oil really well. Then I'm going to add half an inch of grated ginger. All I've done is taken a cheese grater and just grated the ginger. Next goes in 1 medium-sized onion that I've chopped fine. Now we're going to saute all of this really well till the onion becomes nice and translucent. Now I have used about 7 button mushrooms, washed them really well, and I've chopped them up, taking off the stems, chop them up fine, and we're going to fry these mushrooms really well. So we're going to cook these mushrooms till all the moisture, as you can see, there's some liquid or moisture that is that the mushroom gives out as you cook it. So we're going to let all of that dry up and really fry the mushrooms or cook the mushrooms really well before we season it or flavor it. So now you can see the mushrooms have nicely cooked. Now we're going to add about 1/4 teaspoon of pepper powder. So this is homemade pepper powder. I've just taken the peppercorns, just roasted them and ground them to a fine powder. Then we're going to add some salt to taste. And again fry everything or mix everything really well. Now I'm going to add about 1 teaspoon of coriander powder or dhania powder. I've done the same thing. I've taken the dhania, roasted it or the coriander seeds, and then ground them to a fine powder. So I do this, make the coriander powder, cumin powder, pepper powder, and keep it so I can just use it when I need it. And now I'm going to add half a teaspoon of jeera powder or cumin powder. Mix everything really well. And now I'm going to add half a teaspoon of red chili powder for a little bit of a spice. And just a pinch of garam masala. Now this is again homemade garam masala, so I'll leave a link of how I prepared my garam masala at home. Now mix everything really well. So if you want to find any of my recipes, for example, garam masala, all you'll do is just type garam masala, Akshata's recipes in the YouTube search button and my recipe will pop up. So that's the easiest way to find my recipes. So now our mixture is ready. So we're just going to keep it aside to cool. Now we're going to work on the potatoes. So I've taken about, I'm going to be using just 4 potatoes, but I'm going to cook them for about 1 whistle on a high flame in my pressure pan and then simmer them for 10 minutes. Let them cool down completely after they're cooked. And then I'm going to just peel the potatoes and mash them up. So you see I have more than 4 potatoes in the pressure pan. That's because I always like to keep 2 boiled potatoes at hand in my refrigerator. Anyway, so now I've mashed up the potatoes really well. We have our filling ready and I just have some breadcrumbs at hand. So I'm just going to make a ball of the filling and then just flatten it out completely. And then I'm going to make it into like a basket shape. Just put in about a teaspoon of the filling. Don't overfill it and don't underfill it. And then just seal it up. Collect all the sides of the mashed potato like this. Seal it up. And now all you have to do is just coat it with some breadcrumbs. Now you don't need any egg dip for this or anything. It just, immediately coats the potato chop without any other like egg, medium or anything required. So just dip them in the breadcrumbs. Now an easy way to make breadcrumbs if you require them really urgently is just take some bread slices and just put them in your mixer and make the breadcrumbs. So now our potato chops are ready. You just have to do is all we have to do is just shallow fry them. So I'm going to heat a pan on a low to medium heat. I'm going to add half a tablespoon of oil. So you can make these potato chops and keep them in your refrigerator, and whenever you want, you can just shallow fry them. Keep them for at least about 2 or 3 days, not longer than that. And now I'm just going to shallow fry them on both sides till they're nice and golden brown in color. Now I also have a recipe for chicken mince potato chops. I'll leave a link for that in my description box below. So fry them well on both sides till they're nice and golden brown in color. And just enjoy this with some ketchup. And this is an ideal snack, or even as a side dish with some dal, rice, or with anything. It just goes amazingly well. So I hope you like today's recipe. I hope you give it a try. Do leave your comments in the comment section below. Go and check out my other recipes. Share my recipes with family and friends. And I'll catch you soon in my next video. Thank you for watching. See you. Bye. So friends, let's start with today's mushroom and bell pepper recipe. Now I've washed my mushrooms really well, and I'm going to just squeeze, kind of turn the stems like this, and they come out very easily. So you need to take off the stems, just twist them a bit, and they come off very easily. Now wash your mushrooms really, really well. And try to use fresh mushrooms. The day you buy them, try to use them up on the same day. Now that I've done with taking off the stems, I'm just going to cut them up into small cubes like this. So using a nice sharp serrated knife, just chop them up like this. This is a very simple recipe, and it's really, really delicious too. You can have it all by itself also, or as a side dish, or you can have this clubbed up with some garlic bread. Now I have heated up my pan and I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of oil. Now I'm using olive oil for this recipe, but if you are using regular cooking oil also, it will do. Now I'm going to add about 4 cloves of garlic that I've chopped fine. Now with olive oil, you don't need the oil to heat up at all. So the minute you add the oil to the pan, immediately add the garlic. Now we're going to saute the garlic. Next I'm going to be adding 1 medium-sized onion that I've chopped fine. Now saute the onion and the garlic really nicely in the olive oil. If you have olive oil at hand, then use olive oil for this recipe because it does enhance the flavor of this dish. Now I'm going to add the mushrooms, and we need to fry these mushrooms really, really well. So saute the mushrooms really nicely for almost about 2 to 3 minutes. Now you can see that the mushrooms are nicely sauteed. I'm going to add these colorful bell peppers. So I've gone with the yellow, the red and the green. So I've just chopped them up as you regularly chop up a capsicum. And these lovely colorful bell peppers, they really make the dish look good, and they're really, really very good to eat also. They've got a lot of health benefits. And I'm going to add my green regular capsicum that we use. They always say that we eat with our eyes, so when the dish looks really nice and colorful, you feel like eating it. And of course, it has to be tasty, which we're definitely going to get to. So now that we've sauteed everything really nicely on a low to medium flame, we're going to add all our lovely, spices and herbs to make it, taste even better. So I'm going to start with about a teaspoon of black pepper powder. Now all I've done is just taken peppercorns, roasted them, and ground them to a fine powder. Now I'm going to put some salt to taste. This is some mixed Italian herbs, some chili flakes, and I'm going to mix everything together. So you can add either mixed Italian herbs if you have them at hand, or even oregano. You can just add that to whatever Italian seasoning you have at home. You can use that. Even pasta pizza seasoning will do. Now this is some garlic powder that I have. And of course I'm going to add a little bit of cumin powder. Now if you don't have garlic powder, it's okay, you can skip that. Now all the ingredients will be in the description box below. If you don't have garlic powder, you even get this garlic bread seasoning. You can even substitute that. Or if you don't have it, it's okay, you can just skip it. Now I like to have a big collection of all kind of herbs and herb mixes. So just saute everything really well, and that's it, guys. Your dish is all ready. So you can, like I said, you can have it all by itself. You can just club it up with some garlic bread or some burnt garlic rice. Enjoy this dish. It's really, really nice. videos like this, then don't forget to leave this video a big thumbs up. Also, by clicking the thumbs up icon, also don't forget to subscribe to my channel and become a part of Akshata's recipes. Once you have subscribed, there is a small little bell icon that will pop up, so just click on that. That way, whenever I put up a new recipe or a new video, you get a message for the same. So on that note, I'll say bye and I'll catch you in my next video sooner than you think. This is Akshata saying bye, take care, stay healthy, stay fit, be kind and loving to one another. So till we meet again, bye.